Hey there. Tonight I want to warn people who are willing to spend their time to listen to this story of mine. The story of some strange, dark reality of this world of ours. It all began when I was still in the 4th or 5th grade. It was a usual night, like every night before this. The clock just hit 7 on the night, and my mother was with the rest of the family members and preparing dinner downstairs. Me? I'm at the second floor, in my room, watching the usual cartoon, the Teen Titans. Man, it was a pretty good show. Before we continue, you may take note, the house that I was in was fairly big. It was built right after World War II, so it was a big house for me. Hell, there's a few unused rooms on the second floor where the light was rarely even turned on. So, yeah, you get the big idea. A kid, alone, on the second floor of a damn big house. But back to the story. I was doing the usual, laying on my bed with my eyes glued to the TV, when suddenly I heard the room door creak open. Here's the thing. Usually when dinner's ready, my mom would just shout from downstairs to tell me that dinner's ready. She'd never personally come upstairs to tell me. But at the time I didn't think of that, so when I saw the figure beneath the crevice of my door, I just did what any kid would do. I diverted my attention back to the TV and spoke from my bed. "Ma, you there? Is dinner ready?" No answer. "Ma, hello? You there?" Still no answer. I turned my head towards the door, and the figure's still there, staring at me from beneath the door's crevice. I stared back, observing the figure's details. Her details. Why I say her? Part of the reason is because my father is not in the house. It's not possible, as well as my grandpa or grandma, to go up the stairs and just stare at me from the outside of the room without saying anything. Her face partially resembled my mother's, her long hair straight to the shoulders. She was also wearing a white blouse. I started to feel uneasy. "Come on, Ma, it's not funny. Stop staring at me and answer me, please," I shout. The figure just stands still. Then after about 5 or 10 seconds, although it definitely felt longer than that, the figure stepped back and walked away from the door. I froze. After a few more seconds, I turned the TV's volume up and stepped down from my bed towards the still open door. I peek outside and observe my surroundings. Quiet, with only one main lamp and the other rooms dark as usual. I brace myself and then shout through the balcony, "Ma! Where are you?" I reply from downstairs. "I'm downstairs preparing the dinner, of course. What's the matter?" "Did you come upstairs?" "No, I'm not upstairs. I've never gone upstairs. I'm with everyone else down here. No one was upstairs except for you." And at that moment, I felt a chill all over my body. I opened the door to my room wide again and run like a madman through the stairs, taking 3 or 4 steps on the way down. I literally fly through the stairway. I didn't dare look around the dark rooms or look up from the stairs. I was afraid that the figure would appear before me again if I spotted her. Once downstairs, I told everyone what just happened, and my mom just told me to pray a lot. Then my mom told me some stories. It seems the house really has some residents. It varies from an old man to an old woman, a young woman with a red dress, possibly the woman with the white blouse that I just saw. My housekeeper also told me a similar story, but in her case, she was invited in her dream by the woman in the red dress, ordering my housekeeper to get out of her room. My mom then shouted to the ghosts to knock it off, and, well, since then my housekeeper never got bothered again. Same thing happened to my grandma. She often saw a figure walk through the kitchen window, but never actually got bothered. Don't know if it counts, but a few years after that, when I had a fever, I had a very bizarre nightmare with the woman in the white dress appearing before me again. And she'd just stand there, watching me, never uttering a single word. That's all I really wanted to share. Remember to always lock your door, and if you ever forget and see a figure standing beneath your door, Find the nearest person around. Don't search for the figure, for I don't know what'll happen to you if you find them.